Hi everyone, and welcome to Tarot for You 444. Today I've been guided to bring you a channeled message from Divine Masculine, and it's coming through like a love letter. So I don't know what's been going on, but just today especially, I can really feel that the Divine Masculines that I'm channeling are extremely wanting to come through in a very action-based way. So, take that as it resonates for you and your situation. But yeah, it's this definite longing, for physical touch, physical intimacy, and I'm also getting, a whole bunch of songs like randomly, wanting to play over and over for Divine Feminine. So if you go on YouTube and how you go to your home page and then there's the feed, take a real good look at what's coming up for you on the feed, because this Divine Masculine, or these group of Divine Masculines that I'm channeling today, have really got a lot to say through song, and it's so, I don't know what the words, let me think. The words that I want to be using are steamy, sensual, loving. It's that whole kind of feeling of, you're the only one. I want to give you everything. I want to, experience every aspect of you. I want to, hold you. I want to love you. I want to taste you. I want to, embrace you. It's just, it's kind of like, if you watch the movie, if you've ever seen the movie The Notebook, it's such a romantic movie, and the guy just, he absolutely longs, for the girl, and he can't have her throughout the story. If you haven't seen it, maybe put it on your watch list to watch or something. It should be on Netflix, or maybe perhaps you've got another app that you can watch it on. So yeah, as I'm channeling these Divine Masculines, it's not just that hot and sexy passion that's coming through. It's the, I want to touch your soul. I want cosmic love. I want, I really want to experience all of you, the wholeness of the Divine Feminine. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go into, what I would say is, a Divine Masculine love letter to the Divine Feminine. And let's just see what comes through for him, because, the messages that I'm getting are, it's kind of like he's finding it difficult to concentrate. He feels so, weird and confused and good and, longing, and, it's like if you made love with one another, he'd want to do it over and over again, like 18 times or something. It's just like, it's really crazy kind of, it's hard to explain. Let's see what comes through. Okay. Thank you for being patient. Okay, so he's seeing the Divine Feminine as the nurturing, loving goddess that she is. He's also seeing her as someone who is, abundant in many ways, and this is coming from a soul place. So, abundantly loving, abundantly giving, abundantly kind, abundantly expressing self. And he longs for divine feminine to be single. If she's not single, he is longing for her to be single so he can come in. I know that a lot of divine feminines have, third parties in the way. That could be work, it could be a partner, it could be, the fact that they've got kids or their location, that kind of thing, or vice versa. So, he could have someone in the way. So let's see what's coming through for the love letter. Okay, so maybe we'll start with Dear Divine Feminine. I feel in my mind like there is no one else but you. I feel like I've manifested so many ideas of us in my mind, so many happy ideas of starting a family, getting married, having children, having that happy home. I long for you to be my home. I feel like I need to move forward. I feel it. I feel in my gut that I need to move forward with you. I feel that without you, my life is boring, and without you, it's not worth going on. I'm so emotional. I've been really thinking about what I should come forward and say to you. I want to shed light on exactly how I'm feeling, because my love is something that has been pouring out for a very long time. I'm trying to defend myself in many ways, or I have done in the past, because if I come through with this offer, sometimes I think you're going to take it, as a sexual thing rather than a lifetime thing. And I want you to know that I'm here as a lifetime thing. I want a commitment that lasts forever, that's cosmic love. I want to tell you so many things. I want to say how beautiful your face is. I want to express to you that I understand that you don't necessarily find yourself attractive in so many ways, but I do. I love everything about you. I don't care if you've got cellulite. I don't care what your age is. I'm feeling as if, the soul connection that we have together is something that goes beyond all of those physical things, all of those things, that are coming about as, 3D ego aspects. So I want to tell you now that I believe that the universe has come through for us. I believe that I'm destined to heal you, and that you are destined to heal me. I know people say that I should love myself, and I've heard this statement so many times, that I need to love me first so that love can come in. But I also believe that this journey is something I want to do with you. I believe that I've walked away from so many situations that have hurt me, and I've not been able to understand why people have made decisions that they've made. And then when I met you, I felt as if I was no longer left out. I'm trying to explain. So I'm no longer left out in the cold, in the, away from, it's so hard to explain. So this is what's been going through my mind, is that I feel like when I'm with you, that the whole world is different. As if I could do anything. As if you give me power. As if when I think about what I could do, it's transformative. Because you are like a star. You are like the sun. It's as if your light shining on me makes me feel like I can work and do anything. I could become the best version of myself. I could love you and love myself. I could create things and create things for us. I feel as though I could be that man from a movie, the Happy Ever After kind of movie where they're both so in love that nothing can touch them. And that's how I feel when I think of you. Whew, okay, so that's the end of the Divine Masculine letter channeling. So just give me a moment and I'm going to just tap into Spirit. And Spirit's going to come through and give some advice for Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine now. Because the energy is so intense. I do believe there is something going on planetary which is making everyone feel kind of really loving at the moment too. So I think this, can also have an effect on what's going on. Yeah, okay. So this is really funny. All right, so what's coming through now is that the Divine Masculine is having a few issues with his show. I can't even say it. Is having a few issues with his throat chakra, and that's because he is so desperately wanting to say his truth that he loves you, because he loves you so much. The advice for Divine Feminine is that you could start taking care of yourself a little bit better. Some Divine Feminines, I know it sounds really strange what's coming through for Divine Masculine compared to Divine Feminine, but let's just go with it anyway. So, because it's a message from Spirit. So, yeah, Spirit's saying that, some Divine Feminines have been eating a little bit naughtily, and I think it's because of, the change in the energy and the way we're all feeling, take away that kind of thing. Perhaps chocolate, perhaps sugary drinks, perhaps, overindulgence a slight bit. So Spirit's just coming through and saying, like, if you cook for yourself and prepare a meal for yourself and put lots of love into it, then, it's kind of like giving yourself more self-love. And it's also a good practice for when you do come into union for, with your Divine Masculine, if you do decide that you like to cook for him or, prepare food or something like that. Not in the old-fashioned kind of way, but just because, in a nurturing, loving in kind of way. Obviously, stereotypes of, man and wife have been kind of a bit hazy in the past, and that's not my intention when I say, to cook for the Divine Masculine. It sounds very old-fashioned, but more in a sensual way where you would want to give him something that you've made. So it's kind of like, if he drew a picture of you, you'd want to keep it forever and you would cherish it, just as if, and if you're in love with someone, you would usually enjoy their cooking, unless they're shocking at cooking, which is, that's a whole nother conversation, isn't it? Okay. All right, so now, this is coming through for Divine Masculine now, about what he, his ego self is coming through. Okay, so we've got the 3D physical ego self, and then we've got the higher self. So that, obviously the divine love letter that was coming through was coming from the higher self of Divine Masculine, which he may or may not be aware of as it's coming through. So this ego self, the part of Divine Masculine in the 3D world, is saying that I feel like I'm waiting for something that isn't going to happen. That might be because he needs more resources, or he's stuck in a third party relationship or location, or has an issue, something to do with third parties, okay? Just because I let you go, it doesn't mean I wanted to. Okay, and so I'm really feeling that, if Divine Feminine has expressed love toward the masculine and he hasn't reciprocated, then that's the message. Just because I let you go doesn't mean I wanted to. Okay, so that's a really important message. Then we've got, I made a mistake, now I'm living with the consequences. I really regret it. I really do. Okay, so he's obviously done something, or maybe said something in 3D reality that's caused something in his life to change recently or in the past. Because then we get, I'm afraid of rejection. So, if he should come forward, if he does come and show you, if he does open his heart up, is he going to be rejected? A lot of twin flames, have that push and pull energy, and things get said and things get misconstrued, and there might be text messages, or there might be conversations where when we get tired, our ego might come in, or something karmic's happening, and so we get angry, and so yeah, that can also affect it. So now we've got, I wish we could be together right now. I can't stop thinking about you. You are on my mind 24/7. Okay, so that means that that higher soul kind of energy is coming through into the 3D now. Ultimately, the soul has a longing that will eventually come through, especially if Divine Masculine is working on himself, doing the inner work, ascending. He'll be listening to those messages from his higher self, and he'll be trying to tap in so he knows what's going on. Unawakened Divine Masculines will kind of sort of be more in their ego. Sometimes they can be a little bit in a player energy, from what I've seen and worked with in the past. A lot of Divine Masculines too feel self-confident, not self-confident, maybe that was meant to come out. Some of them are very confident, but some of them are self-conscious. So if they sent a picture of themselves, or I don't know, not even a picture, but something they've done, like maybe some artwork, or what else is coming through here for this Divine Masculine that I'm channeling. It's actually a group of Divine Masculines. So some of them may come through with wanting to show you something regarding what they've worked on. This could be like a portrait, or a I don't know, I'm getting related to whatever they're doing as a work thing. So that could be anything. I mean, if they're an accountant, they might want to show you how they do their accounting. I mean, that's a silly example, but they're kind of wanting to show you, I don't know, it's not flirting, but it's like it's they want you to see what they're good at, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll get I think we need just a little bit more for the Divine Feminine to know what to do. So we'll just get a message from Spirit regarding Divine Feminine, because usually my focus is on the masculine, but that's kind of so Divine Feminine knows where he's at. So let's just quickly run over that. So he's very passionate, longing to touch you, longing to want to be with you, thinking of marriage, thinking of proposals, thinking of how do I get to you, when can I get to you, I'm longing for you right now. So that's the higher self, at a soul level, that's what's being experienced. That longing, especially for physical touch and intimacy, is coming through very strongly. So then if we go into the 3D, that's when the self-esteem comes out a little bit. Either he's being very openly forward, or he's taming himself because he may not think he looks good enough. He may think he is, he's afraid, he could be afraid of rejection on the other hand. So that's what's coming through. Not all divine masculines are the same regarding that. So if he does come through and show you something that he loves to do, please, please give him the time of day, I guess. Give him something and, say, I'm proud of you, or wow, or, you'll know what to do. Your own intuition will guide you. So the message for Divine Feminine is that, is that you may be feeling that longing energy too. And if you are feeling that longing energy, it's because you've manifested that feeling of love. I know a lot of Divine Feminines that I've spoken to recently are working very closely on, being heart-based. So, getting those downloads or messages from their higher self and working on, that childlike, beautiful, heart-based energy, that sweetness. We're also seeing here, Divine Feminine has also been a little bit wounded. Something could have happened. It could be a secret revealed, or, something in the past